So welcome to module 6 and congratulations for completing the first 5, and we are almost halfway through of this interesting skill which is called as critical thinking. So as I said, module 5 and 6 would be on 8 broad characteristics of critical thinkers. So in the previous one we talked about 4. In this module we will continue to look at more characteristics to improve our critical thinking abilities. So four additional characteristics are seeing the big picture, objectivity, using your emotions, and being self-aware. So now, one by one, we will understand these four characteristics in detail and relevance. When we say seeing the big picture, one of the functioning main functions of thinking is to make connections. Our own ideas gain significance when we can relate or connect them to other ideas. We start to gain insight when we see the similarities between ideas. The way we structure our ideas can be based on how they connect in one of two ways, causal or conceptual relationships. Since many problems arise due to causal changes, we will focus on these aspects. So, steps in discovering causal relations includes number 1, laying out the account, number 2, determining a hierarchy, number 3 is interpreting convergences and divergences. So convergences reinforce events and divergences are points that do not reinforce events. Objectivity is defined as intentness on object external to the mind. In critical thinking, we want to have a keen sense of objectivity. This is heuristic or rule or a strategy for problem solving. Objectivity helps us to engage more thoughtfully and deliberately in the critical thinking process. However, we should not completely exclude our emotion or subjective feeling on the decision making or problem solving process. The most important thing to remember is that evaluating information objectively helps us to be more deliberate or thorough. As mentioned in the previous sections, emotions should not be ignored, although when thinking critically. Emotions play a crucial role in your thinking process. For instance, professionals need empathy when working with others, regardless of their occupation, in order to experience what others feel, believe, or wish. The issue with emotions and decision making is not allow emotions to cloud your judgment. Use your emotions widely, but your judgment should not be overshadowed by emotion. Being self-aware, and this is, I personally believe that this is one of the very important characteristics. That self-awareness is relating to actually being knowing one's feelings, opinions, and assumptions. Moreover, it is a starting point for thinking critically. Our assumptions are how the first impressions and the strongest emotions are filtered when we evaluate information. So let's look at a case study. If you are a financial officer in a medium-sized company which has been in business for 10 years, and the owner of the company stays abreast of changes and trends in the industry, and the owner uses their intuition when making decisions. He not only bases decisions on how he feels, but he also acts quickly. Initially, the owner's way of doing business worked. He seemed to be on a winning streak, so to speak. Now that the economy has changed, the financial manager is concerned. However, the owner continues to make decisions in the same manner. Recently, the owner has requested funds to purchase a fleet of 20 new cars. That too in next 3 months. As the financial officer, you are concerned about his decision. So, try solving this case study and also Go to page 27 where I've given an additional case study. And on page number 28 and 29, you will find again interesting 10 questions which will help you to understand this module better. So here we go and see you in the next module. Thank you.